Ayo, what? What? What is going on, people? No, seriously, what is going on? Back with another live stream today. Got some transfer news that is confirmed by the club. Yo, listen, people, KG is here, and we are doing this impromptu. This is what happens during transfer window seasons. And yeah, this is what happens during the transfer window period, man. It's all mad. Look, Jed Spence has returned to Tottenham, and Nate here saying it has to be from the Spurs side of things. Nate, it's actually from the Leeds side of things. It's actually from our side of things. So now I'm wondering what is the plan? What's the plan here? Are we Leeds have obviously terminated it early after spending nearly 1 million on this loan, by the way. So what does that mean now for the right back position? Byram's hurt. Ayling is assumingly on his way to Middlesbrough. What? Do we have somebody else lined up? Yeah, hey, mate. No idea if it's a fitness thing, whether he doesn't fit in well, but you know, it's a shame that it's ended. And listen, we'll talk about his time here. I mean, fitness has been an issue, but when he's come back, he's played at left back. Yeah, it's all mad. It's all mad. Lewis saying this is just insane. Yeah. Danny, are we getting a right back we didn't hear about? That's usually the way it goes, isn't it? I know some people earlier were talking about how do we know any rumors if the 49ers don't leak anything, but what people aren't understanding is that it's from the other side. So when you're hearing like Kiefer Moore is available, it won't be that Leeds United are publicly saying he's available and we're after him. It will be Bournemouth saying these clubs are interested as well as blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So that's where you get that from. Jamie saying every time he's played, he's been out of position. So hard to judge, but we need a replacement. I mean, yeah. I mean, and then some. We've literally lost in this league, in the championship. We've literally lost. I mean, who else is comparable to him? Ricardo Pereira at Leicester. There's not many that even come to the talent level of Jed Spence. Where Nate is asking where you hearing it was from our side of things. Well, I'll tell you that, Nate. Here we go. Phil Hay has put it in his article here, Nate, and for everyone else. I'm actually gutted about this one because he's so. Anyway, listen. Jed Spence returns to Tottenham after Leeds loan cut short. So here we go. Jed Spence will return to Tottenham Hotspur after Leeds triggered a break clause to cut short his loan move. So there you go, Nate and everyone else. It was Leeds that triggered the clause to break the loan move. The 23-year-old joined Leeds on a season-long loan in August, but saw his time at Ellen Road disrupted by injury. He was restricted to 7 championship appearances after being sidelined for over 2 months with a knee injury. He is featured as much at left back as he has in his favored right back role following his return from injury in December due to the injury to Sam Byram. Man, there was a lot of injury in that. You know, you might want to rewrite this. A Leeds statement read, "We would like to thank Jed for his efforts while at Ellen Road, and we wish him well for his future career." And that is it. And there it is confirmed on the official Leeds United page, and it will be on the website. Yeah, he was my guy, man. He was my guy. I know. Guy Fawkes, do you think Farker doesn't want him? Weird. Well, you know what? I would suggest that before the Peterborough game in the pre-match press conference, this will come up. I think it's quite obvious it will come up, and we'll find out the reasons. It's so funny. I was feeling I was speaking to somebody earlier about this and about Jed in particular with other players, and yeah, I mean, well, okay, right. My guy, yeah, my person just texted me saying no shock. Fair dues, man. Fair dues. But all I'll say on that part is that it looked like he was getting involved with the team in terms of Jorginho, Crescencio, and all that. He looked like he was in that clique, but obviously other things just haven't clicked together for him. There's no other reason why you terminate the loan deal of a 1 million loan, by the way, so early in its infancy, especially when he's been injured. I don't know, man. It's like somebody said on an earlier comment, man. If you're choosing between Creswell and Farker, I'm choosing Creswell, huh? Hey, listen, I think I might be with you on this one. Oh man. Chris Kingy in the house. Oh, I mean, Chris Kingy is Farkas up. I'm still going to keep the membership going, KG. Well, thank you for that, Chris. We can mourn together. I don't get this at all. Yeah, yeah. Listen, if we haven't got someone else lined up, then this is it's going to be an issue, and it's got to be someone close to Jed Spence's quality. I actually can't believe this is happening. I'm actually in a bit of shock. You know when you read something and you go, nah. What? No. What? And then your heart races like, no, no, surely not. But yeah, I think a lot of you are saying it's down to Farker. I believe so too, by the way. I don't think it would be the club. It's obviously Daniel Farker. Maybe he doesn't like something about him, whatever it may be. But the fact is the deal is done. Jed Spence is no longer eligible for Leeds United. And we are down an absolutely quality fullback in this division. So now we've gone from having the potential of having Jed Spence on the right and bringing in a left back to shore up our defense to now having to look for a right back too, people. We have to look for a right back as well now. So all the shouts, and you guys usually put it in the comments: left back, centre back, attacking midfielder, striker. Add a right back to that now. We're going to have to. Lee Wakey saying, I had to double check whether it was a false account, man. Yeah, I had to check as well, because anyone can get a check mark these days, can't they, Lee? And you just think, is this one of these people trying to wind people up? But no, it's real. It's real. Ryan again with the body language of certain players. Ryan, what's up with you, man? Do you think you look happy on the pitch, KG? I don't think you'd have been happy playing that left back. And I think his social media post where he kept saying 70%, because you know when he was cooking on the left-hand side and he had a great game and he was posting after saying 70%, that was him saying, this is me not playing in my favorite position. Imagine what I can do on the right. But listen, some people don't like it when certain players believe in themselves. That could be an issue. Maybe that's something that's rubbed Daniel Farker up the wrong way. But quite frankly, at this football club, we haven't had enough of these kind of players over the last few years, which is why we're back where we are, because we've had Nice Guy FC. We've had people, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, Jack Harrison Rodrigo doing that EA Sports thing. Jack, shouldn't your card be higher than Rodrigo's? Well, no, I'm happy for it to be lower than Rodrigo's. I think anytime anybody shows a bit of chest and a belief in their ability, it rubs certain people up the wrong way. That could be a reason. We don't know. We don't know. We'll find out when Daniel Farker speaks. But yeah, I mean, John here, typical Farker playing players out of position. Yeah, he's done it. He's done it a lot. You know, Bielsa used to get killed for that, but Farker's no different. Anto saying the biggest difference he made was to our confidence, disinterested on the pitch, no matter the position. He wasn't disinterested, man. I mean, that's people's perceptions, and you may have those perceptions. I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, Nate, I'm so sick of people playing out of position. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Tom, seems like a madness to me. I will wait to hear the reasoning behind it. That's all we can do. But I just wonder now, what's the next step? You know, I'm gonna have a look around now, see if I can find anything as we speak. But this is huge. This is huge to a football club like us in the position we're in. You know, it's absolutely huge, because now we're gonna have to go and find another right back. Yeah, it's an interesting question, Spin. Yeah, Jack, didn't he clear a goal after night versus Preston? What's with all this disinterested nonsense? Jack, it always happens when it's a certain kind of player. Always happens. I'm not going to go into it. People can go through their own thoughts themselves. But it's not just that. It's the run back to save us from losing the game against Sheffield Wednesday in his first game. He did that. Playing on the left-hand side and adapting to that and playing really well in that game. He was cooking in that game. So all this talk about being disinterested and all that, I leave it to people with their own kind of judgments like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, Lee Waters here saying, surely we're linked with a right back. Then no, you don't get rid of that quality for no reason. We shall see. We shall see. Lee Marshall, did we cancel the loan or have they recalled him? I mean, I read it earlier. I don't know if you've just come in, Lee, but we've cancelled it. We've cancelled. Let me put it back on there for people, just so you can see if you're late coming in. Jed Spence will return to Tottenham after Leeds United triggered a break clause to cut short his loan move. Yeah. So yeah, seem happy when Strout scored the header. There's so many. The thing is, I don't need to prove this, and this goes to another thing. What I don't like doing, I don't like having to prove things that people just make up in their heads. But there's enough pictures of him celebrating with the players when we score goals and getting involved in it. I don't need to go through that. It speaks for itself. But as you know, with everything, sometimes managers and players don't mix. And this seems to be the case of another one because, as someone said earlier, and I can't go back up because it's gone back too far. But Daniel Farker does have a big say over transfer here. So he would have been definitely heavily involved in that, especially after the 49ers. Once again, I remind you, spent £1 million on this loan. Let me just reply back here. Um, uh, right. Okay. Here we go. John, Farker must have had too much ale at Christmas as he likes Aronson. Yeah, it's all mad. It's all mad. Yeah, Paul Gray, Parag Maraf tweeting out, Luke Ayling is your new right back. Imagine that. Yeah, Cloud Dizzle's going to be an interesting pre-match. Listen, we haven't been looking forward to these pre-match presses for a long time for obvious reasons. They're quite rubbish, but this one should be interesting to see what we get with this. You know, I'm now expecting. I mean, I've been expecting the left back to be in the door by now, so I'm expecting the right back to come in now. I'm expecting it now. Hold on. Yeah. Well, listen, my guy's telling me they definitely will get a replacement in. I mean, I should say my person is saying we'll definitely get a replacement in as Parag ain't messing about. So let's see. Proof will be in the pudding, people. Proof will be in the pudding. Lord Shia Garaf saying Gray's too young to have this right back responsibility heaped on him. Yeah, and that is something else I was speaking about earlier when we was talking about Archie Gray and we was talking about Jack Clark and other players. Archie Gray is going to go to the top, but we need to see him back in central midfield. You know, we've seen, especially over the last couple of months, Archie Gray has been, I mean, the one against, who was it against, people? And it shouldn't escape my mind because he absolutely got cooked all game long. But that's been happening over the last couple of months. So hopefully we can get Archie Gray back in central midfield because this right back thing is not working. He's not my guy. No, Nate. He's not my guy. Yeah, Bob. Someone will still ask him when Dallas is back from injury. Yeah, and you know who it's going to be. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Jack Clark. It was somebody else, man, and I can't remember his name. Can't remember his name, man. Who was it? Who's it we played? Man, he had like dyed hair. But yeah, God, I don't even remember. Obviously, you guys have forgotten too. But yeah, listen. Oh, hold on a minute. William with the super chat. Thank you so much, Will. Miller. Yeah, Miller for Preston. Yeah, that's him. That's him. That's the winger that cooked Gray all game long. William here saying, why do we always kick ourselves and do it the hard way? Disappointed in this decision. Never played in the position he plays. Yeah. Well, listen, Parag ain't messing about apparently, so we shall be getting somebody else in. But as I've always said, words, you have to back up your words with actions for me. We've been sold so many, and I know this is different ownership, so they should be measured by their own measuring stick. But we've heard these things so many times before. We need to see the action. We need to see the proof. I mean, it's the 4th of January. How have we not got a player in already, considering the position we're in? If we're in the top 2, I'd be calm. I'd be totally cool with it. But we're not in the top 2. and we've lost a quality player here. No matter what you think about Jed, uh, about if you like his haircut or not. For those of you that are into all that kind of stuff, on the pitch, he did the job. He did the work for us when he was fit. It was unfortunate the injury he got in training, but when he was fit, he was good, even at left back. But yeah, let's see. Ryan here saying if they replace him with someone even better, than fair enough. Yep, I agree, Ryan. But still a waste to let him go. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? It's going to be very, very interesting. Um, yeah. You know it, Sea Stone. You know, you know it. It will come. Um, Anto asking, when did he come in, KG? Was it Farker who took him? Yeah, it was Farker that obviously greenlighted the deal. He came in the summer. Yeah, he came in the summer, so it was Farker that would have greenlighted the deal, or greenlit the deal. Um, let's have a look. Yeah. So yeah, I can see where these comments are going to probably go. So yeah, I'll see if there's anything else on this. I'm actually going to use it. I'm flabbergasted. I really am. I really am. Gil here saying Max Aaron's coming in. Oh well, yeah. Imagine relighting that one. I mean that would be nice. I think isn't he injured right now? I don't know if he's injured or not, but yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Let me just check the information, see if there's anything else that's broken or any other information that sheds light on this thing. Uh, no, just Ben Jacobs reaffirming what everyone said there. I think. mm, oh my days! Look at this. Okay, yeah. Everyone's just basically saying the same thing. So there's no information. So we are going to have to wait for Daniel Farker's presser. Ah, guys. Okay. Oh boy. Right. I may have missed some comments here. Let's have a look. Lord Sheargraph with the super chat. Thank you. And obviously super chats always take priority and they're always starred. So if you think your comments that important, put a super chat in. It's the way it is. Lord Sheargraph saying this is solely a Farker decision. His reasoning will be interesting. It better be a good reason. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for that. And yes, you're correct. And Jazz Beer, bloody hard work being a Leeds fan. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? But Danny Farker said he likes to do things the hard way, remember? So yeah, Gavin. Luke stays. There's always a silver lining, KG. You know what, Gavin? If that was to happen, though, Gavin, that would just be like the old regime. That would be nothing new in what we'd expect. I would expect that from the old regime, but listen, apparently Parag's not messing about, so we shall see, people. Um, yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, 14-14 York saying this is a joke after waiting all that time for him to get fit to play. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, people. I'm still in the shock stage, and we'll just have to wait for more information, and we'll just have to leave it there. I just did not see it coming. I honestly did not see it coming. But Kevin here saying, is it to free up wages? It could be that. I mean, that could be part of the reason. But quite frankly, when you've got one of the best players in his position in the league, that's the wages that you would spend on that kind of player anyway, if you know what I'm saying. So you would be going out to get Jed Spence and you'd cover the cost accordingly. So obviously it can't just be to do with wages. It's obviously something between the two. And maybe they both agreed amicably that it's time for him to go back. Maybe it could be that. Scott Lightning here saying Farker ruining Nanto, Spence, and Anthony by not giving them game time. I mean, you could add a couple of other players into that as well, Scott. You could even, I'm not saying Bamford, but even Bamford being on the books, he doesn't get played enough. Um, Gruev hasn't been played enough. There's a few, isn't there? Our team basically doesn't change. So unless there's an injury, suspension, you pretty much know what the starting 11 is going to be. So that they're not the only ones. Uh, let's have a look. Colin here saying Happy New Year, KG brother. Still doing Happy New Year on the 4th. I appreciate it, Colin. I've another baby due in February. Congrats. My missus gave birth before on the debrief to your voice. Tremendous, Colin. Oh, I remember that. I remember that story. I do remember that story, Colin. Thank you for reminding me. Good luck, Jed Spence. We can do better, left and right back, please. Well, Colin, if we can do better, I'd love to hear a name in the comments after the video is done, because I'm almost finished here. Spell. At least we have links to Kiefer Moore. I'm still on that one though. I'm still on Kiefer Moore. I think he should come, especially as a loan deal. Especially as a loan. Is he? Okay, right. Russ here saying, so we get him back fit and send him back. Wouldn't shock me if Ipswich go get him. Oh, please don't. Oh my days. Imagine that. Oh, imagine that. Oh Lord. Lord. All right, people. I'm gonna end this one here. This is not the best stream for me. But this is the news, and it's official news. So I thought I'd have to give it you. Pause. Please hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow, people. Peace out.